I'm actually going to bring you a little bit closer too.
Yeah, just tilted.
Yeah, just this way.
Yeah.
There you go.
There.
Because we're both.
Very attractive men.
Yeah. Now we're.
All right. It's good to be back here. It's good to be back here.
Oh. This is our third time doing this, I think.
Absolutely, our third time. Wow, look at this. We got a recurring guest of it.
What's new this week?
You know, new this week I got a single coming out at the end this month. It's called Sweet 2.
It's called what?
Sweet 2.
Okay.
So yeah, I should do that now.
There you go.
Yeah, I got this new joint coming out. It's called Sweet 2. Produced by me, writing everything by me. So, you know, usually I don't do sequels to my songs, but this is the second song of my whole catalog that I did a sequel to, which Sweet is about kind of like, you know, how do I describe it? How do I describe this song series of it? It's more like me just being flirting, but I'm failing to flirt. This is something any guy can relate, because I'm not the type of person to flirt with people. Matter of fact, I am terrible at it. Let's be known. If any ladies in the video, in this show, and people watching me, if you think I can handle any cues of it, you're damn wrong. But the second one's more like a little bit more R&B, 90s style. I go crazy on my high tops and all that stuff. But check it out at the end of the month, February 28th. That's where my first joint of an upcoming album.
Okay. Send me like a QR code to your socials, and I'll put it on the video.
Bet. I'll make sure of it.
Yeah. Get a link on there for you.
Definitely.
Ooh.
But I'm excited, like, for this album coming up. It's turning out very well. The pieces are getting there, and it's getting better. It's getting better. Each single is coming in. Each single, I feel like it's going to be a continuous theme. It's a lot more constructive. A lot more, how do I describe it? It's more structured well. Unlike my other 3 albums, which this is a new era right now. So usually I told myself years ago, prior before making music, I'm going to have an era for each few albums. So the first one is just the fledgling era. You know, it's like me coming around this whole industry, figuring out what I do. What is my potential? It's kind of like J. Cole's whole discovery. You know how like his first mixtape to come up is him like going into industry and stuff? That's kind of like me during that time of it when making those 3 albums. Just me figuring out how to play my fields, figuring out what's my style, what I sound good of, and everything. Now I'm a little more experienced, 3 years in the game now. Just kind of like, okay, you know, I got my sauce now. My beats are refined and beautiful and so good that when some couple making love, they be like, oh snap, like, hey yo, let me pop that joint real quick on my playlist. If someone did that, I would have been like, yeah, don't tell me about that. Listen, good for you for having a lovely couple, a lovely partner, but don't tell me that joint, you know? But I'm excited for her. Like I said, it's like a mixtape era. It's kind of like the more street level wise.
Okay.
So that's how I can all say for the time being for the album.
How long have you been working on it?
It's been like originally supposed to release on my second album, but due to a lot of things I've had to witness and I had bad time and stuff, years. It's been years now. It's about 2 years, give or take. And I feel like originally it's supposed to be a 16-track, more like city me, like me balancing the life of an artist and the life of a college student, you know. It's kind of like Peter Parker, the Spider-Man, you know. He had to go through his daily life as a normal human being, New York City, being newspaper, photographer and stuff. And during the days, he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm in that mindset with this album of it. Is that, you know, I have a dream that I want to push through, but just the everyday occurrence blocks me or hinders me to become what I want to fully be.
So it's kind of an alter ego kind of back and forth.
Yeah, you could say that. And I feel like now I guess I got to show my concept of it. The original concept for the second is just that style of it, but more in a small scale. It's just me going to studios, me going to work and doing homework and everything. Like, not ditching classes. Don't ditch class, by the way. Make sure you take your classes because you're paying for those classes. But it's more of a, you're pushing yourself every day to do it. It's kind of like the movie Soul, that one character is like, oh, jazz, so good. You got to like put in yourself. I'm like, yeah, that's that point, but you always got to realize you got to enjoy the little things in life.
Yeah. What is one of the, sorry, I'm blanking.
You're good, you're good.
What's a song from the album that you're like particularly proud of?
From the album I'm working on, or okay, so with the upcoming album, there's three. I feel like this is tough. It's like picking a favorite child. I will say I feel like all the songs are really well made, but if I had to pick one, I will say "In the Garden."
Okay,
this song is particularly a favorite because it's it's very soulful, very kind of like melodramatic, if you can say that. Mm-hmm. It's a beat that I feel like it's a nice sound to it. A little old school style refined to new school.
Okay.
But if it's an overall theme of the song is called You and Me. And it's a very different style that you should go for. Because every album I do my best to switch up the styles. So I feel like I got a lot of new experiment styles that's popping into that joint. And when it comes with features, which I can't say because, I don't want to ruin the fun.
What is there another album by a big name artist that you would like compare it to?
That's a good question. None at the moment. I feel like my albums are still unknown, I still feel like I'm not reached to the point where I can be compared to the other artists.
Okay.
Do I have an artist that I want to be compared of as? Yes. I could think of three. I feel like this is where like the three comes in. Me as a rapper, me as an artist, and as a producer. So when it comes with rapping, it's between of J. Cole or Common. I feel like I want to compare to those goods. Don't get me wrong, I love Pac and Nas. They're great, but I feel like my route is always being J. Cole. I know he's influenced by Nas and Common's influenced by Pac and stuff, but that's where I feel like my soul is at, in that level in particular. I want to be collabing with them one day, hopefully. With the production side, it's always going to be Jay Dilla. I just want my beats to feel like, oh, wow, this is like amazing beats. But it's not Jay Dilla, but it's your own thing,
Mm-hmm.
I want to compare it to be one of the greats in the production side, the beat making side. And probably P Rock, because the jazz samples he be pulling off. When it comes with the artistry, I will say this is a hard one because I have a lot of artistry, a lot of artists, not just like rappers and stuff. I want to like compare it to. I feel like Lamp, that'd be something I would. Even though it's an indie rock band, which I know is kind of off-putting because I'm a rapper. Stuff. Hey, everything, all samples are important to me, no matter what. I feel like it's their boldness and the willingness to change each genre, each album with a different genre. It's never the same genre. Like the first album, Shibuya, with city pop. The second album is more bossa nova and jazz theme. The third one is more folklore, which I respect that. That has a lot of commitment, especially being experimenting with each sound, chord progression, and messages. That is a lot of work. So that's something I want to be compared when it comes with as an artistry. The ability to change and adapt.
What do you think you do differently than them that makes you stand out?
I think it's my own, I guess, creativity wise. I feel like when it comes with their styles, like for Common, the way he speaks his word out, it's not like other rapper like in the rhythm cadence. J. Cole is more passionate word playing this. With J. Dilla, it's always his unpredictability with his samples. I feel like my standout between all the artists who I mentioned, I feel like I don't know. That's really hard because they're all amazing. I feel like I don't want to disrespect their names, because again, I'm influenced by them. They're part of me. But if I were to say which one, I would say my production is always been top of the notch. Yeah, my rapping's good. I have bars and stuff. I can rap. But I feel like my beat production always goes first. Because like RZA once says, before you're going to be a producer, you need to be a rapper to understand. So that's something I always kept in mind when making a beat. And it helps me out to like, okay, this is where I want to go. What flow I want to hit in and what style what I go for to that particular beat or any sound I'm working with.
What is so this is your fourth album?
Yeah, fourth album. I'm 22 right now, so I've been making music since I'm 20. Hey. Yeah.
So you said this is a new era. So are you going to do like 3 albums per era?
You could say that. I feel like it makes sense. I feel like it would definitely work out. I just want to make sure that each era is not only just me going on my journey, but also represents something for each era of it. First one, again, it's just me being experienced. Now I'm like, okay, I know my groove. I know what I'm doing. Now I'm playing now like local shows are coming around, you know? Mm-hmm. And then hopefully the next era is me sitting down with a celebrity or something and just talk about my story and food. I just want food, man. I'm a simple man. Again, a very simple man. I just want a small home with a buttload of money so I can don't worry about it and I could just make music every day and do charity work, localize and build my own little side business.
Is there a charity that you like?
I will not particularly, but I always want to do like things within the community of a local community. So if I like the taste or the product or something like that, I would love to collab. Of course, the product, the selling and everything will obviously I'll pay for itself. The goal is I want to max out the profitability, the most probability to give it to a charity. For example, if it's like cancer or Alzheimer's, because I have people who die of cancer and Alzheimer's, which is a little hitting home, but I would love to do something like that to people who are suffering or in the dilemma of that. You know, of course I've been dreaming of like having my own, like the bobas or the drinks or food, you know, something that, you know, not only just is affordable, by the way. So I want to make sure, and you know, like how like the company were like, oh, it's like SpongeBob with the Wendy's. It's like more expensive, even though it's just the same thing. I just want to make sure it's like $1, probably $2 less. That way people are like, oh snap, that's even affordable as well. Let's go, you know. I like those type of things. Yeah, I'll be losing a lot of money, but exchange, I'd rather have the fans. I'd rather have the people. I'd rather have the respect of it.
Yeah. What is so you're wrapping up this album. What do you think you'll tackle next?
After wrapping the album, I feel like it'd be the sequel to my first album. I feel like with each build up of it and with each sequel with the mind of the dream maker, that's what's the name of the album. That first album I started, it's going to be me trying to break a boundary on my own way. Because again, with the, how do I describe it? The mind of the dream maker is just me summarizing it the whole lot. The first one is just me like going for talk about the dreams. You know, when you're sleeping, you're happy, subconscious, and we're the dreamers. You know, we trying to work around and stuff, which is amazing. I feel like the second one to be more like based out Lupin the third, cause I don't know. I feel like the suit is on. He got the show talking 60s, 70s style. I feel like that's my approach now for this. More like it's like the Super Mario thing. You know, the Super Mario Bros. 2 and 3. It's like a play and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm going at in that perspective. I feel like that's still in the making. Again, I'm focusing on the fourth album, which by the time that happens, it's going to be real good. It's going to be a classic, a Tulsa classic. And next thing you know, people will be asking me how you made this album. I'm like, well, with love and passion. That's all I can really say about it.
All right, so last thing here, when's the album come out?
June 25th.
June 25th.
Oh yeah. So check out the singles, check out the first single, and then wait for the next one, and then the album. I'll show everything of it. Only when time comes.
What's it coming out on?
Everything. Apple Music, Spotify. If you want to hear some good Tulsa music, if you want to hear some rap, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of everything, check your boy out here, Juan the Dream Maker, Tulsa's finest and Oklahoma's weirdest producer. That's who I am.
All right, man. Thanks for talking to me again.
Absolutely. And we'll do another meeting soon of it to do a catch up. Hey.
Yeah. Awesome.
Woo! Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm wearing like LV.